Yeah, just for you to know, we will record this whole session, and so I know it's holiday, so people might be difficult, like challenging to join, whether in the morning or evening. Okay, I guess let's. How about let's start it, Nico? Yeah, I just give an introduction. Yeah, let me navigate to the PowerPoint. Can everyone see my screen? Thank you, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining Conflux AI Hackathon. I'm Kevin, and I'm incredibly excited to kick off the journey with all of you today. So we're about to embark on something really special today, bringing the power of AI and blockchain to create autonomous agents that could reshape how we interact with Conflux blockchain, um, so especially Conflux eSpace. Yeah, welcome. So, before we dive into the exciting world of AI agents, let me tell you why Conflux is the best place, the perfect fit to build them. So, we're a leading layer one blockchain that brings something unique to the table. What makes us special is we've got a hybrid consensus mechanism that gives us the best of both worlds, the security of POW and the efficiency of POS. But what's really excited about our position is we are top regulated public blockchain in China. We really have like marketing edge in Asian market, and we like to people to build AI agents that expand this market. Let me give a brief introduction to Conflux eSpace. This is where we are going to build the AI agents on. So Conflux eSpace is a leading EVM compatible blockchain, which means you can use Solidity to build the app traditionally. So basically, you can use any EVM compatible tools that existed to build the AI agent interact with Conflux eSpace. So Conflux eSpace has very relative high scalability as well, and we have a very strong developer base and a growing developer ecosystem as well. We have several partnerships with Validator Cloud recently to expand the RPC provider to help people that get access to the network easily. So it's like perfect for Ethereum developers. If you don't know Ethereum well, you will know eSpace well. So let me give you the background of what is AI agent market. It's absolutely exploding right now. Since October, we've seen this market grow from zero to over, I'd say $4 billion. I checked that yesterday. It all started with an agent called Truth Terminal, which is now valued between 500 million. That's incredible growth in just a few months. So let me share you some examples that might inspire you. So here's the AI16Z, which is fascinating. They built the AI agent framework, ELIZA, which will encourage people to use ELIZA to build AI agent on Conflux, since we have the Conflux plugin ready, or you can just build your own, find your way to integrate to Conflux. Yeah. So what are AI agents? So AI agents are basically autonomous software that learns and acts on their own behalf. It could be a Twitter agent that interact with people on Twitter, or create contents, even trade on chain, with the scalability of the EVM stack, or and also it can engage community independently. Like it's all autonomous. And why should people build AI agents on Conflux? Since Conflux has higher speed and CVM ready, like we talked about, and it's also the absolutely Asia gateway. So as I said, I'm Kevin. So I be lead this event throughout, and we also have technical support from our team. So if you have any tech related question, feel free to tag Nicole and Tony in Discord. So I just send them their handles in the Discord chat later. Here's the timeline. So week one, we've already passed that. So it's for registration. We've already got 20-ish people on board already. Aluma, that's very impressive since we're approaching the holiday. And so for the week, 2 weeks after week one, which starting today, is the development phase. You're free to develop your own agents, bring your idea to life about the AI agent. And on the week four, we'll gather all the demos that you have and do the evaluation and announce the winner. So the total prize is 10K USD in Conflux. The first place, the top winner will get 5K USD in Conflux, and the second get 3K, and the third place will get 2K. Here's the judging criteria. Dive 40%, we've allocated 40% of this evaluation to technical implementation, which means technical implementation is the key, and that's 40% of the score. And we'll also care about user experience, that's 30%. And also, as well as your code quality, that will be 20% of the evaluation. And we also evaluate your innovation, your idea. So if you're building something beyond basic retweeting or tweeting or engage people on Twitter, if you build something like AXBT, explain that later, um, that can trade or doing real time market analysis, that would be better. And we'll count this innovation into the evaluation, of course. Here's some tools and examples for development. The technical foundation of Conflux eSpace that we can provide you to build your AI agent. Nicole, can you help on presenting this part so people can better understand what they got access to?
Sure, definitely. Is it possible to share my screen, or
Yeah,
do you want me just
please do,
to
please do.
explain that like this? I'm not being able to share it. It's like disabled.
It's like disabled. Let me stop streaming, and
Oh yeah, now it's enabled. Thanks.
okay, sure, perfect,
Okay, can you see the screen now? Yeah.
of course. Yeah, I can see that.
All right. So let's move into the available resources. First of all, here is Cursor AI. If you haven't used it before, you should use it. If not, you are going to be left behind in the hackathon because it actually can help lots of people like be 10x more productive and efficient on the development process. So this is my first recommendation in terms of tools and framework. But then I would say like the most important framework and tools you need to use for this hackathon. This is the one we recommend. There is multiple agents frameworks, but Elisa is very simple, fast, and it's already like integrated with lots of plugins that can help you get started much easier. So all of this documentation, I will put it all in this document here that we will share with you guys. We have lots of podcasts. We have a lot of documentation information about ELISA, Code SDK. I will show you that in a minute. There is a lot of video tutorials. This one is very good to getting started as it's very simple and straightforward. And then there is like a quick guide on how to set up everything. But of course, if you don't have any questions, just you can ask. But let me go through the resources. So first of all, we have ELISA OS, which is the main framework. Uh, Here you will find all the documentation information, but the things you might need to understand about this is like character files. You might need to create your own characters, like the agents, which have different components, especially the runtime is the most important one. And then you have these three things, which are providers, actions, and evaluators, which are the key elements of any plugin. But in terms of resources, so the first resource would be like the ELISA OS repository. There is the ELISA starter repository, which is like a simpler version of the full repo. It all has like instructions on how to use it and everything, and it's quite easy to get it to get started with it. But if you go to the ELISA repo, you can find here like the full repository with all the documentation. You will also find a client here which you can run and interact with the agent out of the box with using a web client. And then this is like the agent folder with everything related to the agent runtime. And this is what I wanted to show you. There is lots and lots of packages inside the Lisa framework. This is what makes it so good. So there is a lot of adapters to different types of the databases. There is different clients for Discord, for Farcaster, GitHub, Telegram, Twitter. So you can connect your bot with different clients. It's quite easy to implement all these clients. You just need to input the correct environment variables. Then this is like the core package. Like this is needed for all Eliza applications. But then you have here all the plugins. So you can see that there is already a Conflux plugin that was launched recently that you can use out of the box. But you can also use like the EVM plugin or the Goat plugin, which are both EVM compatible. So by just changing the RPC URL, you might be able to just use these two plugins as well out of the box. Then there is other plugins that you might be interested in, like image generation for creating NFTs, for example, or if you need to do video generation, web search. There is lots of stuff you can like try and play with. So this is what I would say is the most important resources that you might have on hand. But let me show you quickly some other stuff. So you have the Conflux plugin, which already allows you to use ConfiPump to transfer and to bridge transfer. These two features are still not available, but this is one of the plugins. Then another one is the EVM one, which already has some stuff available, like transferring. And this one is the one I wanted to show you because it's very interesting. I have been using it recently, and it's very good. It actually uses the Goat SDK, which is this one, and this already comes with EVM support. It includes like VM wallets, includes ERC20 support. So by using this one, you can also like easily implement sending CFX or sending tokens. There is also a Uniswap plugin that maybe can be adapted to Swappy, for example, but doesn't work out of the box. But the ERC20 and SendEth plugins should work out of the box. Then another resources you might need and are very interesting to implement on your agents is like using Defiliama API to fetch TVL data, for example. So the agent can actually get useful metrics. And another one is the CoinGecko API for tracking prices. So these are some of the resources available, but there is lots of them. So just just to do a quick overview, this is like the ELISA repository, and this is like I just created a character, Hackflux character. So how to get started? You just need to create your own character. You need to configure your EMB variables. And here it's important that you need to have an LLM provider like OpenAI or Anthropic, or free ones like, for example, GaiaNet. You can configure your LLM with this, and this is free, and you can use an AI model using Llama model, but hosted on GaiaNet. Same as this one, there is other free options like Open Router, which I would suggest checking out. But uh, yeah, I would say this is mostly all the tools and resources you might need. Regarding Conflux specifically, I suggest you start with the developer quick start on our eSpace section here, which has all the network configuration. It has the faucet asset access, so you can get some CFX on testnet and start playing. And then how to configure your tooling. If you need to deploy a token, for example, if you want your agent to send a token and a custom token that you created, you can you just need to deploy the token using Hardhat, Foundry, or any other resources. Remix might be one of the simplest ways to deploy a token, as you don't need to install anything. But for more advanced user, I would highly recommend Hardhat. This is how you configure Hardhat to use Conflux. And yeah, I don't know if I missed something, Kevin. Do you want me to go through anything in particular? I think that's
Yeah, that's very awesome. Let me know if there's any question. Yeah, just gather some questions from the audience. Um, yeah, if you have any question, just raise your hand to speak out, or you can type in chat. All right.
Yeah, I think, well, I stop streaming.
Sure.
If there is any question, please let us know.
So here are some available resources like Nico mentioned. So basically, you can use every popular SDK that's EVM compatible, like Ether.js, Web3.py, Web3.js, and Vim. And here's so we as a EVM compatible chain, we definitely support MetaMask as the wallet, and also Conflux has we have our own brand wallet, which is Fluent Wallet. We work closely, and you're free to use this wallet as your to-go wallet to access eSpace. And also, I paste the doc link and the RPC provider later in chat. Yeah. So let me wrap up this quickly. Thank you for your support. You're not building alone. We've got a strong team behind, ready to help you succeed in this hackathon. So Tony and Nicole will be your technical guides, and I will be here for any general questions about this hackathon, for or anything that's coordination needs. Yeah, the most important thing to remember is that this is not like one-shot registration, and you are free to invite your dev friends during this hackathon. The Luma page will be live throughout the hackathon, and we're open to registration until January 13th. So we want to see your ideas come to life, whether you're ready to start today or need a few days to plan to do a quick review of these technical resources. Yeah, that's basically everything today. Let me know if you have any question. Yes, yes. We've already implemented a lot of things. The infrastructure is pretty solid on Conflux eSpace. So just tag us when you need some extra help. Feel free to raise your hand.
Yeah, I believe Sunnyside is requesting to speak.
Okay. I didn't see the hand raise. Hey, Sunnyside, I've already invited you to speaker. So whether you're building a trading agent or just iconic agent on Twitter, which has your the own character that you designed for the agent, or something entirely new that we haven't seen before. We can't wait to see what you create. Okay, so Nicole, Sunnyside is asking what level of knowledge will we expect the dev to have for the hackathon. Could you explain on that a little bit more? Like,
Well, I think even a beginner can get started with the Lisa repository straight away. It's not that complex to get it running, but what might be complex is like starting to add new features or integrating new stuff and making it more complex, let's say. So for that, you might need some solid knowledge on like TypeScript, for example, at least, which is the main language in which the whole ELISA framework is written. Maybe also some Python would be useful for that. But in general, I would say that even beginners can get started. And another important factor would be like what tools you use. Like it's like if you don't use any tools, you might need to be quite advanced developer. But if you use tools like the one I mentioned, Cursor AI or other IDEs that have AI embedded on them, that can help even beginners get modify stuff and everything without even knowing what they are saying and by and just asking Cursor to do it for themselves. But yeah, it's very common that there is a lot of different dependencies inside the framework. So you might also need to know a little bit on how Node.js works and how dependencies work and how to modify the dependencies in case you need to remove a plugin or add a new plugin and how to import those dependencies on your agent. But that's all the stuff that you can reach out to us and we can also help you get started. But in general, another thing that I didn't mention, but for ELISA framework to work, you need at least PNPM version 9 or higher, and same at least. So those are some requirements. You might need like a computer with all that tools installed. If you're using Windows, you might need to install the Windows Dev Tools. And yeah, I, I, I I think that answers the question.
Thank you, Nico. And GLM is asking, is it possible to listen to events coming from others using RPC connections um, and take
Yeah,
action?
definitely.
Yeah.
The LISA framework comes with a REST API embedded on it that is available on your local host on port 3000, and if you're running it locally, and you can just call that API and send a message to any agent. So agents can receive messages using that API, and you can interact with them even without any interface. But you mean if you mean adding other like connections? Yeah, I mean you can add events listening, for example. If you need that, it's not right out of the box. But if for adding other RPCs, you might need to create some providers. But most of it is already managed in the existing plugins, so you might not need to configure any RPC or stuff. Just configure the RPC URL, and all of it should work with the existing plugins. But yeah, you can provide the agent with a wallet, and you can give him the ability like to send tokens or send CFX to anyone who interacts with it or anyone who meets specific criteria.
Yeah, GLM. I see GLM is like proposing a building on tipping bot, building a tipping bot on Conflux, and yeah, that this idea is like it's very amazing and can be quickly started. So yeah, that's an awesome idea.
I also see Matthias also asked about discussing the idea with us prior working on it, and I think that's also a good idea. If you have questions about your idea and want to have project ideas from our end, you can also reach out and we can help with that.
Yeah, of course. Feel free to bring up your idea to whether group chat or yeah, just like I said, you can tag us anytime and we'll be there to help. Let us know if you have any more question. Okay. So I wrap up this quickly. I guess we're having a good start, and Nicole will share the tech resources doc later today in the chat. So it will be all the links that we talk about will be accessible there. And yeah, thank you for joining, and hope to see your work very soon.
Yeah, thanks everyone for participating, and let us know if you need any help.
Yeah, LFG.
LFG.
And I and Nicole and I will be staying for a few more minutes, and you're free to go. Just let us know if you have any question. Also, we'll share the recording of this kickoff session later today as well. And so, if you missed the earlier part of this presentation, feel free to check out later. All right, thank you everyone. Um, let's get to work and enjoy your holiday, by the way.